complaints we have, and believe me, we read the emails, we read the posts, we know what people liked and didn't like, but one of the big complaints was that the targeting didn't feel strong enough in picking who you wanted to target. So that's always a nightmare for us, because you can get it right 90% of the time. That's not good enough. So one of the things we did this year is, as soon as you bring out a weapon, bam, there's your pipper right in front of you to be able to basically target whatever you want. If you so desire, you can also lock on at that time and then go for different targets on the body. So once you've locked on with the left trigger, you can actually adjust with the right stick. You can disarm someone. You can take out their gun arm if you don't want to kill them, and say it's a cop and you don't want the heat. Or if you just want to wound them, let's say it's a merchant you're trying to extort but not kill, you can just pop them in the foot. You can also take people out in the knees and actually bring them down to their knees.
We did a few of those.
So once you've got someone on your knees, actually each execution has two different flavors. So you can execute them when they're standing up, if they're weak enough, or if they're down on their knees and they're in a vulnerable state. We essentially allow you to bring up a CSA and say, execute is now available. If you want to hit that button and get a little brief moment of invulnerability and I'm going to do that execution, you can, and enjoy that. Or you can choose to ignore that if you want.
I also like how the aggressive side of it, the actual pummeling and punching and shooting, is actually, the controls are not very difficult to understand. I think a novice gamer could definitely pick up this game and understand it. The controls are very easy to understand, and everything's right there for you. It tells you, right stick is to pummel them, or you hold both left trigger and right trigger and you can grab someone by the shoulders, and that's pretty neat that it is very user-friendly, especially, for either an advanced or a novice gamer. And
yeah, Mike Olson, our creative director, the Black Hand system is really his baby, and he's like a mad genius about trying to get controls intuitive with what you're doing on screen. And so one of the tenets we took this year was to do things in layers. So everyone's going to get, okay, left trigger is left arm, right trigger is right arm, and then there's another layer of gamer who's going to figure out, oh, there's combos too. If I hit this one twice and this one once, I'm going to do an arm break, or I'm going to kick him in the nuts, or do something like that. So we try to do it in layers, and then maybe you'll get the pummels. Maybe you'll figure out that by grabbing someone by the lapels and then pushing in both sticks, you actually strangle them. It can actually bring them to the knees and feel the heartbeat of the controller.
Some of that. And also the extortion part of it is also interesting. It's just got a lot of really unique layers, as you said, and I think that it'll be an interesting game.
Yeah, the extortion is cool. It's sort of the bread and butter of the first game, and it's still a big part of the second game. But we've sort of doubled down on the concept of a weak spot.